It's Wednesday, the 29th of March, and you're watching Primetime News. Many thanks for joining us. I'm Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa. Leading our news bulletin this evening, Minister of Mines and Energy Tom Alwendo announced plans for the development of Africa's first green hydrogen village, which will showcase the use of hydrogen. The minister made these remarks today at the State House, where 93 students were awarded scholarships. Primetime News producer Petrus Namadiko was at the event and filed our lead story.
And starting with the first one, that is the Darus constituency project that we just saw. That is a pilot project that is situated in the Rongo region, in the Darus constituency. And the groundbreaking ceremony took place only 2 days ago. One of the really project that we can really be proud of. This project intends to develop Africa's first green hydrogen village that profiles hydrogen use and also interrogates the feasibility of the village on a semi-industrial scale. The project will be executed in 4 phases. Phase 1 and 2 will focus on the proof of concept of production of green hydrogen and ammonia as an efficient and widely used source of nitrogen fertilizers in agricultural green schemes. As you know, we do have green schemes in the country, and of course this will be one of the usage of this produce that will come from this project. Phases 3 and 4 will focus on providing an industrial level production.
In related news, a total of 93 students were awarded scholarships at the launch and award ceremony of the Green Hydrogen Pilot Projects and the Youth for Green Hydrogen Scholarship Program held at State House today. The event saw the attendance of Germany's Minister of Education and Research, Bettina Stark-Watzinger, who spoke about the benefits of renewable energy and the potential for Namibia to profit economically from the export of hydrogen. Stark-Watzinger also announced that Walvis Bay will be the first African port to develop and use green hydrogen-powered tugboats. Let's have a listen.
The future of climate neutrality belongs to green hydrogen. Green hydrogen is the missing link in the energy transition. This applies to Germany just as it does to other regions in the world. The conclusion is that Namibia can supply itself with renewable energy while also profiting on a huge scale economically from the export of hydrogen. And Germany, always being an importer of energy, will also benefit from this relationship. Technologically, by the advancement, but also having this wonderful cooperation, this would be a win-win situation for both our countries. Walvis Bay will also be the first African port to develop and use hydrogen-powered tugboats. And I'm delighted that we can present the grant certificates to the pilot projects today. Let me mention another point that is very important to me. The best technologies, they are nothing without well-trained people to operate them. It is a great pleasure for me to present 93 Namibian scholarships recipients who are already here today with their award certificates. They will now be trained to become a new generation of experts and executives and will be readying Namibia's energy sector for the integration of green hydrogen. Congratulations to all the scholarship recipients, ladies and gentlemen.
A high-ranking official in the National Petroleum Corporation, NAMCOR, has been granted bail following her arrest on drug charges. Jennifer Komali, the board chairperson, appeared in court on Tuesday after cannabis, crack cocaine and cocaine were allegedly found in her vehicle just before a NAMCOR board meeting. Magistrate Josanne Clausen granted her bail of 7,000 Namibian dollars in the Windhoek Magistrates Court. The story is making headlines across the country, and we have more details on the developing situation.
National Petroleum Corporation of Namibia board chairperson Jennifer Komali was charged with 3 counts of dealing in drugs approximately valued at 57,000 Namibia dollars and was represented in court by lawyer Trevor Brokerhoff. Prosecutor Serdin Jacobs said the state at this point does not object to bail and requested that the matter be postponed to 1st August 2023 for further police investigation. Separately, a letter written by Minister of Finance and Public Enterprises Ipumbu Shimi on Tuesday requested Namibian Police Force Inspector General Joseph Shikongo to conduct a security threat assessment and provide the necessary security support to Komali should a threat be confirmed. The letter detailed an urgent request meeting by Komali whereby she informed Shimi and Mines and Energy Minister Tom Alwendo about how people are not happy with what she is doing at NAMCO and would take unspecified action against her. Shimi said Alwendo and himself advised Komali to closely monitor the situation and inform them should she observe strange activities with a view to notify the police.
On a somber note, the Ministry of Defence and Veteran Affairs held a solemn memorial service earlier today in the capital for 3 members of the force who lost their lives in a tragic car accident. The soldiers were returning to Windhoek from the 33rd Independence Day celebrations in Utapi when the accident occurred on March 22nd. At the service, Air Marshal Martin Kambulu Pinias, the chief of the Namibian Defence Force, expressed disappointment in the ministry's fleet officials for allowing soldiers to travel with worn-out tires. We have the chief's full statement.
Why does it have to be always tire burst? We can ask God throughout 360 days, but if we are not going to act to prevent further losses, we are going to continue gathering like this to mourn more soldiers. So I want to call upon you, those of you who are in key positions, required to take decisions that will ensure the safety and preservation of the lives of our soldiers, to do your job. Let us do away with politics. Documents are lying on your tables. Demands from services, from formations, to purchase tires. You don't do your work. Soldiers are forced to drive long distances with worn tires, risking their lives, while we have people who are entrusted to ensure that they save the defense force in the first place, they save the country and they save the public. But they are not doing that. So, the blame, I'm not going to place on the vehicle. The blame is going to be placed where it belongs, to the people.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to Primetime Biz, the segment that dissects all things business and economics. Leading the segment, NAM Power is set to complete the construction of the 287-kilometer Awas Keros 400 kilovolt transmission line by mid-2023, according to a statement from Tangeni Kambangula, the Corporate Communication and Marketing Manager. The transmission line is a critical infrastructure project for the country, and Kambangula noted that construction is progressing well. Here's more details on this important development.
The transmission line will span from our substation near Dordebes to the Geru substation near Ochivarongo. Kambangula said 249 kilometers of the line is complete, leaving 38 kilometers from Ochivarongo to Guru substation still to be completed. The construction of the transmission towers is also almost complete, with 566 towers already installed. Kambangula explained that the majority of the materials used in the project are locally sourced and only materials not available locally were imported. The 287 Awas Gurus transmission line will add a further 287 kilometers to the existing network of 11,700 kilometers. The project is valued at 641 million Namibia dollars.
The First Rand Namibia Foundation has made a significant investment in education, donating 2.8 million Namibian dollars to the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture. The donation was handed over on Tuesday and is aimed at supporting educational initiatives in the country. Our reporter Emilia Kambuta has more details on the story.
At the handover ceremony in Windhoek, First Rand Namibia Foundation chairperson Clara Bohitile said the Namibian government has made tremendous progress in getting children into classrooms, and the majority of children countrywide now have access to free primary and secondary education. Receiving the donation, Deputy Minister of Education, Art and Culture, Faustina Kalei, said there are rural and extremely remote schools where the delivery of quality education is impeded by challenges such as lack of infrastructure and connectivity. She added that First Rand Namibia's investment will go a long way towards the education and holistic development of the Namibian child.
That concludes our top news segment for this evening. Up next, we have a roundup of the latest developments in the world of economics, followed by a comprehensive weather forecast. Welcome to Sport Planet. Athletics Namibia has expressed disappointment over the recent decision by the World Athletics Council to tighten restrictions and requirements on athletes with differences of sex development. The decision requires female athletes with a different sexual development to suppress testosterone levels and sets requirements for transgender athletes. The new regulations have been deemed discriminatory and unfair by Athletics Namibia spokesperson Lot Ndamonomata, who stated that they do not safeguard all women in sport. The decision will have a significant impact on Namibia's athletes, including Olympic 200-meter silver medalist Christine Boma and her compatriot Beatrice Masilingi, who will be prohibited from competing in this year's World Athletics Continental Tour events, the Diamond League Series and the World Championships. On to football. Namibia secured a stunning victory over Cameroon in their Group C match of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. Goals from Peter Shalulile and Absalom Imbondi were enough to give Namibia a 2-1 win over a star-studded Cameroon outfit at the Dobsonville Stadium in Johannesburg, South Africa on Tuesday. The result puts Namibia in a strong position in the qualifying campaign alongside Cameroon and Burundi. Your sports roundup is up next. And with that, we have reached the end of tonight's broadcast. Thank you for watching. Join us again tomorrow for the latest updates on local, continental, and global news. From myself, Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa, and the entire production team behind the scenes, it's good night.